8772 Radio U. Thanks for waking up with us here on Radio U Mornings with Hudson and Aly and a special guest. He's put out so many amazing songs here on Radio U. Do You Really Love Me has been a big hit recently. And now it's time for a brand new song from Collington.
Hey.
Good morning. Welcome to Radio U Mornings.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good to have you. First off, we got to talk about it, James. You've been on a hiatus. It's been a minute since we've had new music from you. I always check for, music news for our social media team, and I was logging on Instagram. What's Collington up to? What's Collington up to? And there really wasn't a lot going on for a few months. So you got to let us know what you've been up to on this short hiatus.
Yeah, I was visiting the Caribbean islands and coming back, and I got detained by customs, and so
You're kidding. You got to be joking right now.
No, I'm totally kidding. I had a kid, and honestly, man, I've just been kind of grinding at this for so long, and it sometimes you just gotta break the motion and put things down so you can see how to pick them back up again. And for me, that meant I sold a ton of my guitars, and I just started throwing myself into photography because it felt
Nice.
like oxygen to me, and that started to go really well. And all of a sudden, the songs started coming out again in an organic way that they had not in a long time. And I had to kind of do a sneaky sneak on myself though to get them out, because I did not sit down and be like, I'm gonna write Collington songs. I was gonna pull a Dr. Seuss and do some pseudonym songs and just release them under another name.
Oh,
And,
nice.
So that's why the parentheses thing there is waiting for daylight are. And basically I was like, I just made it up. I was like, if I lived in French Canada, what would I want my song to sound like? And I just started writing songs under that. And then as I started doing it, I was like, oh man, this is not as superficial as I thought. And there's actually some depth to this. And I think I just fooled myself into writing a new Collington song.
That's really
That is
interesting.
such a cool story behind that. I love it. That's awesome. I mean, Caribbean
Thanks.
islands and all. That's just amazing.
Yeah.
That's it. If you need a song, go just try to bring something on a plane. You shouldn't.
Speaking of like traveling, I was noticing that this song, Waiting for Daylight, has already premiered in the UK, which we're not jealous of or anything. But not only that, but I was like looking at your Spotify. I was like, I wonder if like, are a lot of people in the UK listening to Collington? And what I noticed is you have like a lot of listeners overseas, like Singapore and Johannesburg and Sydney, Australia. How do you explain? I know you're from New England. You live in California now. How do you explain your international appeal?
It's kind of, I don't even know what to say to that. There have been events I've done in the past, and it's just like doing Christian music. Sometimes you open up or you lead worship for churches, and I remember one time we were joking around with the pastor. He's like, "What do you want me to name?" And this guy did not care, and we're like, "Just the European sensation known as Collington," and he ran with it. And ever since then, it's been kind of a joke that's kind of manifested some truth somehow. It's weird, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's bot farms out there. Maybe my mom has some international accounts, but yeah, the UK has always been super good to us. How did you even find out that our song was playing over there?
Because it was on your Instagram.
Yeah, it was on your Instagram that
Yeah.
it was debuting early in the UK. We were
So
like,
I told you, great. Okay.
Yeah, we were like,
caught
oh,
ya.
cool.
Caught ya.
I told you I've been stalking
Busted.
the Instagram waiting for new music.
I don't even know what I post on there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
At least somebody's posting for you.
It may not be James.
That's it.
We don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's accurate.
It's my Jim Carrey stunt double. So
James, I do need to know before we get to the new song. You are from New England. I'm decked out in Red Sox gear. I know you're a Red Sox fan too. How are you feeling going into we're about to start the baseball season?
one of the things that got me into baseball is it's like just doing music and production oriented things, it's so nice to just not know what's going on during baseball. And so that's one of the reasons I like it. So I am a false fan, and like like, it's just so nice to go to an event where there's like energy and you're not thinking about what the sound guy's doing or like what's happening behind the scenes. And so for me, that's so exciting, and it can get kind of gnarly too. Like the first baseball game I went to, it was AAA game, so Red Sox versus Yankees,
Uh-huh.
AAA teams, and like, I remember that. Did I tell you this guy before? With the
It doesn't
bat.
sound familiar.
All right, so the Yankees dude, he swings and misses. The bat goes into the crowd and it hits a guy in a wheelchair.
No.
And the guy went and asked for his bat back, and the whole stadium just started booing him. And at this point, I was like, "This is I need to be a part of this." And so that's how I got into baseball. So I'm feeling good. It's
Yeah.
Fenway Park has beautiful obstructed views, and it will continue to stay that way.
Yeah.
Beautiful obstructed views. Speaks like a true Red Sox fan.
You know what? I feel like that's a good way to be, because I say this all the time. It's actually crazy to be any sports fan, because at least 29 out of 30 years you end with heartbreak, And it's it takes your whole life if you follow it closely, and then you actually wind up sad almost all the time. So to just casually follow it is probably the best thing to do.
That's it. I feel like that's like parenting advice too. It's like, just it's gonna be 29 years of heartbreaks. Just let them go casually. So, yeah.
All right, now we need to know. We're going to play the brand new song, Waiting for Daylight. All right. Am I saying that right? I'm from Canada. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing the French-Canadian part right.
You're Canadian?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
You're like, why are you wearing a Blue
Canadians.
Jays?
I didn't grow up in the French-Canadian part, so I just grew up reading it but not pronouncing it.
That's okay, dude. That's amazing. We could be friends on Duolingo.
Yeah, there we go.
Are you taking French on Duolingo currently?
I've got like a 3-year streak. Yeah, I'm almost.
Yes.
I'm like right around the edge.
Okay.
I'm right around the edge where I could become a French citizen if I went through the process. You need to be B2, and I'm like right up there. So
Dang.
Are you going to write a song like fully in French at all?
I've thought about it, and because like there's basically two conversations I have with French people. It's like, because where I live is kind of a touristy area, so people pass through, and when you hear people speaking French, they, hey, parlez-vous français? Venez-vous de France? And they're like mortified, or they're like so stoked that I'm talking to them. And so yeah.
That would be really cool, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see France on the top 5 on Spotify, so that's your next
That's the
move.
target. Yeah.
Yeah, France and Quebec.
Yeah.
Anything
That's
else?
it.
Anything else we need to know about the new song before we share it with the world, except for the UK?
Yeah, that's it's reparations for the Revolutionary War. That's why I had to send it to them first. But it is too early to be doing this. No, I don't have anything to say. Thank you for listening. Thank you for putting out, and you guys are amazing. I love you.
Thank you,
This was
James.
fun. This is one of
So
the most
fun.
chaotic interviews we've ever done,
love
but
it.
it made it so fun. Let's do the new song. It's Waiting for Daylight, RF from Collington.